guys, welcome back to my channel where I share our family's debt-free journey and some frugal living tips along the way. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. I'm really excited about today's video because I'm actually going to walk you through my process of getting ready for the budget meeting using Dave Ramsey's Everydollar app. And I'm gonna actually get really fancy on you and share my screen and do a whole tutorial. Hopefully this will motivate you to get your March budget done. I like to use paper, but I also like to use this app when my husband and I are doing the budget together because it's really organized. It saves your budget every month so you can look back at old months. So now that we've been using it for over a year, I can look back at 2019 and remind myself if anything's missing. It's really easy and user-friendly, and I really love it. This video is not sponsored or anything. We started using Everydollar after we took Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University last year, and it's been really useful for us. So I'm gonna jump into my screen sharing portion of this video. So I usually go in and kind of do a little bit of preparation so that the budget meeting goes faster, and I'm already prepared with our basic things that don't change very much every month, and that just makes things run a little bit more smoothly. So this is everydollar.com. There is also a mobile app, but I think it's a lot easier, especially if you're having a budget meeting with somebody else, to do all of this on your desktop. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. There is a free version of this. We got the paid version, the subscription, with our Financial Peace University membership. It's an annual membership, which we did renew for this year. We started in 2019 because we liked the app so much. And the difference in the free and paid version is that the paid version connects directly to your bank. And so your transactions come right in, and then you can kind of organize them. The only difference is that the free version, you have to go in, I guess, and enter the transactions manually, which might not be that big of a deal to you, but it's just easier to let them come in for us. One thing that will pop up whenever you open up your main screen is you can go up to this corner and it says I have one transaction over here that is new. So I'm going to click on that, and I see that this triangle energy, this is our electricity. So that cleared and went through, and I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to drag it to our electricity, and you can see we budgeted $112.49 for that, and everything's good. So it's the end of the month, almost the end of the month, so most of our bills have already been paid, and I'm just going to show you guys how I get set up for March and exactly what I do. This should say it's an Everydollar budget at the top, because that means you have assigned every single dollar to a job. The only reason I have a little bit extra up here, it's the end of the month and we've already made our extra debt payment and everything, but then I still left like a little bit of miscellaneous just in case anything crazy comes up here at the end of the month. And then we got like this random refund from a doctor's office yesterday, so that was like an extra $90 that I'm gonna leave in the budget, and hopefully that's an extra $172.32 that can be thrown at debt, but I'm just gonna wait until the last day of the month in case anything crazy comes up, like an extra birthday party or something we forgot about. Usually we're pretty good, but it happens. It's been a year since we first started using this. So when we first log in, there are some categories already there for you to kind of get you started. The nice thing is you can copy over the next month. So you can start off with what you had last month, and it gives you kind of a good place to start so you're not just blindly doing your budget. But the first time you do it, you are going to have to just kind of estimate and adjust as you go along. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on March 2020, and these dotted lines mean there's not a budget ready yet. So I'm going to go in and start planning for March. They'll copy February's budget to get you started. So here's February's budget. I already know March is going to be a little struggle-ish of a month because my husband is not going to be doing his normal side hustle that he usually does, and also, which is just kind of weird. He usually does it every month, but this month he's not. My blog paycheck, I do not count in our normal budget.
anything extra I earn from that goes straight to debt. So I'm not going to put that in our initial budget. If I get extra money later on in the month, then I will put that like towards debt or whatever. But I'm not going to bank on that because that's very unstable income. It's newer, and so I don't want to bank on that. I don't think anyone's getting birthday money or anything like that this month. I'm just going to delete this line because that's like a random thing. And this was a really random thing. So I'm deleting that because that's not normal. So we know we're starting off with just under 5,000. And it's already telling us that we're way over budget up here. This is really cool because it tells you exactly what's going on. So we're already over budget. So we need to go cut some stuff out right now. So I'm going to go through and we're going to keep the church the same. Oh, actually, it auto drafts based on how many Sundays there are. So let me look at a calendar. So there are 5 Sundays in March. So we are actually going to be at 225 just automatically for giving. And then, wait, is that right? No, 250. Yeah, okay. So we're automatically going to be at 250 for giving. And then I'm going to go down here. So our electricity bill, like, it doesn't come out how much is due for the next month until like the 5th of the next month. So I never know going into it. So I just leave it the same. If this was like August and I know we're going to use a lot of electricity for air conditioning and stuff, I might bump this up just to account for it. But I don't think it'll be really much more than that. Oh, this should be 13.28 because I use my bank to transfer and there's a $3 fee. So I rent $13.25 plus the $3 fee. I account for that every month. And then the water bill I can actually look up since it is still, I guess, early-ish in February. Yeah, it is kind of still early. I swear this has been the longest month. I'm not even kidding. The longest short month ever. But so it's still saying 0 due. So what I'm going to do for water really doesn't change that much for us. So I'm going to keep it the same too. And what I can do is just go in and adjust. And that if it's more, that'll just be less that goes to debt. And I won't make any like rash decisions for debt payments until I know those bills for sure. Home security is always the same every month. Internet's the same. We switched to YouTube TV from PlayStation View because PlayStation View went out of business. So we have YouTube TV now, and I have that there. Kid commissions. We've been playing around with doing chores for our kids. I don't know if they're just too young, but they're not really that motivated by money right now. So I don't know. I'm just going to leave that 0 for now. If we have extra money, then we might try to go back to doing chores this month or something. But it's going to be a tight month, so I'm keeping everything low. So some of these things I keep here every month to remind me to do them. If we have like extra money or something, like a car sinking fund. I am a little worried about our one of our cars, not our van, but our other car, because it's doing like some weird stuff. So we need to probably get that looked at soon. We do have our emergency fund though, so if anything were to happen, but it's only $1,000, so we might need to start thinking about doing some car sinking funds. We'll see how much money we have left over in the budget before we do that. Tolls, I don't have any toll bills right now. The oil change we did last month, and we did my car the previous month, so we're not going to need to do any oil changes this month, hopefully. I'm still going to leave those things there, though, because they commonly pop up, and I don't want to forget about them. Groceries, so we grocery shop on Thursdays, and therefore, let's see how many Thursdays are in the month. We typically spend $100 a week on groceries. This month, I don't know why we budgeted $700 this month, but I think we did like a big Costco trip, so that can sometimes increase the budget. But here, this month, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 Thursdays. So I'll discuss this in the budget meeting with my husband, what he thinks, but I'm going to put 500, just an extra 100 on top of the 400 a week to keep us on track on a good budget, a good starting point budget for groceries, and then I'll talk to him what he thinks about it for sure. because he likes to do the grocery shopping. Okay, our gym membership is going to be the same every month. Netflix is the same. So we have in here our fun money, which we usually do 100 each. So that might have to go away if we can't get this down. I mean, that's just how it is. There's not Valentine's Day. There's not really St. Patrick's Day is not a big thing, but we might want to just set aside like school parties because they always pop up with like, random parties and fundraisers and stuff at school, and I never know. But I'm gonna leave that blank and see how much we have left over. This is my husband's softball league he signed up for, but that shouldn't be an issue this month. Birthday parties, we will brainstorm that. My son turns 2, but we already budgeted for that last month. And then, here, Titus's birthday, we budgeted for last month, but March, I don't think we have any birthdays in March. We might have some cards we need to send out for family members, but other than that, I don't think we have any. We'll just have to look and see if there's like, we'll brainstorm like our kids' friends' birthday parties, and sometimes, I forgot about this. You can look back. So if you've been using this for a year, let me look back at March 2019 and see. Look, we were bringing home more money and spending more money like crazy. Like our rent was so much. Oh my god, yeah, that was crazy. But I can look through here and see what we did, and we were being pretty frugal by March of last year because we were struggling, so we were trying to kind of figuring it out there. So we had car payments back then. We had a car payment back then. So okay, yeah, nothing really pops up other than my son's birthday. He'll need like his 2-year checkup at the doctor, but we might wait depending on how much money we have this month to go do that because we have Christian healthcare ministries, and the plan that we have, we just pay cash for our checkups. So we call the doctor ahead of time and ask how much it's going to be and ask for like a self-pay discount. Yeah, that's what we do. So I put in the knowns. These are the known things. Childcare is going to be $320. I just have this to remind us, does our dog need a vet visit? Are we going to have a babysitter for anything this month? Printer ink, I have HP Instant Ink, and it is connected to my printer, so if we're running low, it sends me a new one, which is cool because you don't run out of ink, and it's pretty cheap, $10.81 a month usually, a month or every 2 months, just kind of depending on how much ink we use. So it's been working out well. So I don't know if we're running low or not. I'm going to just keep it there just in case. Amazon Prime renewed last month, so I'm going to delete that. That's not going to be an issue this month. And we enrolled our children in their spring activities, dance and gymnastics, and they were both a one-time fee. I'm miscellaneous $3 here. I don't know. I'm just gonna put 0 right now for that. Okay. So we still are at $914 over budget, so it's a little scary. Contacts. I use Hubble, which is like a contact subscription service, so I have that on here. And then I have this to remind me, do the kids need a doctor's appointment? Do we need protein powder? Do we need a doctor to go to the doctor for anything, or be saving for doctor visits for anything? And then insurance is always the same. $135 is our Christian health ministries fee, auto, homeowners, identity theft. Boom. Our minimum payments are going to be credit card, student loan, and maybe it is more. I saw that on here. $1,662.27 is our minimum student loan payment. Yeah, yikes. That's why I don't want to be still paying that 20 years from now. Okay. 27. That's going to be our minimum payment. We're still $1,055.85 over. So see, this is going to be rough. So last month we put extra debt. We put $709.79. Delete. So then that still puts us $346.06 over. So let's see, what are we going to get rid of? We're not going to get fund money. That's for sure. And yeah, the groceries are the only other thing we can really make variable. So we're going to have to get creative. I can't do this math. Okay, $353.94. And now it's an Everydollar budget, but we have no money for groceries. Now, okay, this might stress you out because we're not putting extra to debt. Now, these are our personal debts here. And then we have the business, and we have business debt. So then we have another like $3,000 of minimum debt payments that get paid through the business. And then what I'll do is, if we're having a pretty good month at the office, I might bring home like an extra $1,000 from the office as like an owner distribution, and then that would get paid on our next smallest debt, which our next smallest debt is a student loan, which is a personal debt. So that would get paid on our next smallest debt. What also is probably going to happen is I'm going to bring home some money from my blog this month, and then with it being March, we might do some spring cleaning and sell some stuff, sell some clothes or shoes and different things on Poshmark. Maybe we'll even have a garage sale. I don't know. That's probably crazy talk, but usually my husband does some extra call coverage and makes an extra income of about $1,500 a month. So usually we're sitting here with $1,500 extra after I do this base. And then I go to my husband and I say, okay, we have $1,500 extra, whatever, $2,000 extra in our budget. Let's think about what else we're forgetting. And then we go through and start adding in, oh, we need oil change, or don't forget Amazon Prime's up for renewal, little things like that. That was February, so it's fresh on my mind. That's how you do it. You do the basics. And if this was true every month, I would be like, all right, we have got to do something. We got to get rid of the internet and the TV and stuff, because we can't afford it. It would be really hard. We'd have to cut more stuff because the gym, Netflix, those aren't necessities. But most months we do okay to afford them and pay extra debt. And then, like I said, we'll see depending on how the office does. I've been kind of checking in with my office budget on the 10th and the 25th of the month. And then I do like a percentage of whatever's in the account, which will go to debt. I'm kind of trying this method out, so more on that soon. But this is how we do the Everydollar budget. So it's kind of not very exciting because there's nothing left at the end of this budget. I'll try to do another one where we have a higher income month and then show you guys what we end up doing with the extra money that's left over. But I hope that this is really helpful, because then it's really cool. As income comes in, I drag it over from the transactions section. Oh, and another thing, for cash envelopes. So we take out our cash for like our fund money, for example. So then if I order something online, like on Amazon, like a book or something using my fund money, it's going to show up here. So what I do is I just delete it, because I'm taking the cash and I put it in, we have like a little bucket. I put it in there so it's accounted for. And then if there's like a lot in there, we either use it to stuff our cash envelopes for the following month, or we put it back in the bank if it's like a lot or something. So if I end up using my entire $100 of fund money doing online shopping, that entire $100 either goes back in the bank to account for that, and then I would delete those transactions here so that it's like more organized, or we use it to like stuff the envelopes for the next month. But it's going back into the budget because it's being accounted for with cash. And I check this pretty frequently, like at least once a week, sometimes more, just to see where we're at, and because I don't want to be really overwhelmed and have all these transactions filling up here. So yeah, I highly recommend this. I like to do a paper budget, and I also like to do this because this is nice if when you're married and your spouse wants to be able to see everything really clear. And I like to go through and have this already done. So I'm going to present this. I'm going to present this to my husband and show him that we have no money left this month. And so that's going to be fun. But basically, not every month is like this. Last month we had a really good month, and I will be doing my January and February combined debt-free journey update for you guys in my next video. So that'll be really exciting. I'm finally feeling better. I had the stomach bug twice in February, which is like nightmarish. But so I didn't get as much done as I would like on my videos and on my blog. But so thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope it really helps you. If you've never used the Everydollar app and you want to try it, I'll link it below. This is not sponsored or anything. We just use this budgeting app to organize our budget and to get on the same page and have our budget meetings every month. And it helps us stay really organized, and it's been working really well for us.
If you're a paper printable budget planner kind of girl like me, I do have free budget printables that you can get with the link below in the description box. And also don't forget to subscribe because I have a debt-free journey video for January and February coming up next, and I can't wait to share that with you guys and how much debt we've paid off so far. Thanks again for being here, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.